Hey guys, Double K here, and welcome back to another video. So this is a computer that I found for free at a rummage sale, and as you can see right here, this thing is in pretty rough shape. It's got like stickers and mud things, residue all over it. It's quite dusty, dirty, and all that kind of stuff. So basically what we're going to be doing in this video is we're going to be cleaning it up, getting an operating system on it, and seeing how well it runs in the modern day. So why don't we open this thing up and see what's inside. Wow, that is quite a dusty machine. We got dust all over these fans. Alright, so looking here, we got power supply, we got a DVD drive, no hard drive. Apparently whoever threw away this computer wanted to keep his data safe, so no hard drive. 2 sticks of RAM, the only RAM that the the motherboard supports. And then we got the CPU underneath here. And there was also a sticker on the front of this computer that said that there was an NVIDIA card in there. Apparently that was removed too, so we only got an Ethernet card, which I'm gonna remove anyway. So yeah, so it looks like half of the stuff is unplugged, and this is quite a filthy machine. So why don't we start by taking it outside and blowing all this dust off. Alright guys, I got everything. Let's take it outside and blow off all that dust. Alright, so here it is guys. I blew out most of the dust in the PC and all the sticky dust that wouldn't come out when I blew it. I used a washcloth to get it out, so that's all said and done. Here's the only thing that won't come off. Look at this. You see this stuff? I have no idea what this is. Is this like dirt just splattered all over the PC floor and wall or whatever? I mean, I don't know how to get this stuff off. And if you look at the motherboard, it's kind of dirty along the motherboard I/O ports. And then if you turn the motherboard over, there's some back here. I don't think that will affect performance, but I definitely am not liking this case right now. So I might actually put the motherboard in a different case. I have a few other cases that I might be able to use. So I don't know about this case, but then we also got stuff on this power supply right here. So yeah, I don't know. We'll just see. We'll just see what parts we want to use. So yeah. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to check out the motherboard, and I think I'm gonna examine the RAM and the CPU and see if I can add anything more to it to make it a little bit faster. Because I want to make this as fast as possible, so it can hold up in 2019, you know what I mean? So let's get started on the RAM, and then we'll go to the CPU. so here we go. The 2 RAM sticks and the CPU. Let's check out the RAM sticks first. From what I can see, down here it says 2 gigabytes. So this stick is 2 gigabytes. And this stick, let's check this stick right here. This one is also 2 gigabytes. So we have 4 gigabytes total. I think that's the maximum that the computer supports. So I'm gonna leave the 4 gigs in there until I know for sure. This CPU is an Intel Pentium dual-core processor clocked at 2.2 gigahertz. And I recognize this this configuration. I think I have a more powerful CPU. Let me go check. Alright, so here's the processor that's in the motherboard, and here's the processor that I got out. This is Core 2 Duo, clocked at 1.86 gigahertz. So this CPU isn't as fast as this one, but this one has more cache, and it'll generally be better for multitasking and stuff. So what I'm thinking is I'll stick with the Core 2 Duo for now, but later on I could put a Core 2 Quad in the motherboard or even a Core 2 Extreme. So this thing can definitely get an upgrade if needed. So I'm gonna put it back in the motherboard, put some thermal paste on it, put it on the heatsink, and then we'll decide where the motherboard's gonna go. This is the computer I was talking about. This is a compact Presario from 2005 that I spray painted red, and that is gotta be the weirdest thing I've ever done to a computer in my life. But yes, we are going to give some upgrades to this guy. He already has hard drives, DVD drives, all the things that we need. So let's go ahead and switch out the motherboards and see what we can do. Alright guys, so here it is. This computer finally has a new, more powerful motherboard and CPU. So, I got a hard drive with Windows 7 already installed. I got 2 IDE disk drives, power supply, 2 fans, an older video card for basically just getting a signal through this instead of through the motherboard, and then a Wi-Fi antenna PCI card, which will make connecting to the internet real easy. So, let's put the cover on this thing and see if it'll boot up. Here we go, guys. It's the moment of truth. Will this computer with the new motherboard turn on? Let's see.
Whoa. It sounded like a car.
Yeah, it did. Is it gonna give me video? It's not turning on. What is this? Let's try it again. This is weird. Hello? You gonna turn on for me or what? This is interesting. Let's see what the problem is. Well, I see one problem right now, and it looks like one of the fans has been installed the wrong way. Alright, so apparently one of the fans was plugged in backwards. So I fixed that problem, and also switched out the CMOS battery just in case. So let's see if we can get this thing to turn on. Alright. It's powering on. Hard drive is working. Monitor is not. There's no signal. Maybe the motherboard's not liking the graphics card. So here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to remove the graphics card and plug the monitor into the motherboard instead. So I'll do that real quick, and then we'll get back to business. Alright, I got the graphics card out and I plugged the monitor into the motherboard. Let's see how this thing works. Please turn on. Hello? Aha! There we go! It's working. I'm just gonna let it boot normally. System fan has failed. Service PC to prevent this damage. Press F2 to continue. Let's press F2. Anyway. Default BIOS settings have been loaded due to BIOS update or check some issue. Forget that. Let's just see if it boots. Okay. Windows 7. That means it's going. While that's booting, it says that a fan has failed. Ah, yes. The case fan is not running. So let's just see how well this works, and then we'll fix up that case fan real quick. There we go. We're into the desktop. It has booted successfully, which is a good thing. It's installing driver software for the mouse and keyboard. So once it's done doing all of this, we'll check out the CPU and run some benchmarks to see how well this thing works. No AMD graphics. Oh, okay. So it's looking for the AMD graphics card. Nah, don't want that. Apparently it wants me to plug the graphics card back in. We got audio, and then we got a blank space right here. What is that? What the? It says we have sound. I don't have speakers on this thing. I don't know why it's saying we have sound. This thing is unbearably slow. It's like this operating system is empty. I've installed nothing but Google Chrome on it. But apparently it's trying to come to terms with the mouse and keyboard, no graphics card, and a new motherboard entirely. So, oh my gosh. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let the drivers install. I'm going to make sure that everything runs okay. I'm going to try to get the internet on this thing. And then we'll take a look at the fan problem. And then we'll put the graphics card back in and see if that still works. Okay, so the computer wanted to restart, and that's what I did. So it restarted, and then it kind of came to terms with the new motherboard and the new graphics settings, since there was no graphics card and all that. And it wants the graphics card back. But if you can see, the taskbar is clear instead of blue, and we got Wi-Fi. Oh my gosh. And it's demanding, with multiple windows, that I put the graphics card back in. So now that it's kind of come to terms with everything and it's being more agreeable, let's give it what it wants and put the graphics card back in once it's all done loading everything up. Oh, and also I gotta fix that fan too, so alright, so there was only one fan port, so I unplugged the fan, tried to find a new one, couldn't find one, so I plugged it back in, but I think I plugged it in the right way, so I don't know, I think the same thing's gonna happen again, but let's try this again. Yeah, the fan just turned off. It turns on, Here, let me show you. So see the fan right there? There it is, the one on the back of the computer case. When I turn this thing on, it starts spinning. See? And then it stops. That's that rev-like sound that you might hear. It just stops. Which means that there might be a problem with the motherboard and not the fan, because this fan worked before. But I probably won't have an issue with this fan. What I could do is I could take another fan and see if a different fan worked instead of this one. So this I might figure out off camera or whatever, because it's just a hassle to get to unscrew fans. You have to screw the screws into the plastic of the fans. There are no like nuts or anything that are in the fans. So it's a real hassle to switch out fans. So I don't want to do that to you guys. I'll probably switch out the fans off camera. Let's see what happens when we put the graphics card back in. Alright, so I got the graphics card installed and I unplugged that fan just to get it out of the way. Please work, because graphics cards make everything better. Okay. Alright. Please. Oh, it's not plugged in. My bad. This is interesting. This thing is not posting. It's not posting like when we didn't have the graphics card in. Let's try it again. I don't even believe the hard drive is working. Apparently this motherboard does not like this graphics card. I don't know why, but hey, apparently it works with the graphics card out, and I'm in no need for a graphics card in this guy yet, so I guess it's okay. So let's turn it off. There are a lot of minor issues we still need to address with this computer, but at least we know that the motherboard transplant worked. I'm a little suspicious that the dirt or something's wrong with the motherboard, and that's what's making these small insignificant happenings happen. So I don't know, I'll do some further investigation between videos and see what's wrong, and then we'll move on to doing some more things with this computer once I can get these things figured out. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any solutions to these problems, please let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, hit that like button, and also consider subscribing if you're new. And if you want me to put a new CPU in this thing, definitely let me know, because I'm considering buying a new CPU. A Core 2 Quad is only $20. So yeah, and the Core 2 Quad, if I get a Core 2 Quad, I can play games on this thing, like actually. So sorry that we didn't get into any of the benchmarks, but I gotta figure out these little insignificant things that are going on before I benchmark. Plus, I need a GPU in this thing to benchmark at peak efficiency. So stay tuned for another video with this computer, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!